outgoing Republican Representative Ken Buck just gave House Republicans the middle finger. Thursday, he joined with the Democrats to sign a discharge petition that would force the chamber to hold a vote on military aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Buck, whose resignation from Congress took effect on Friday, told reporters, "We've got to fund Ukraine and help people who are yearning for freedom." Now, I disagree with the petition funding Israel and Taiwan, and I want to force Russia to sit down with a ceasefire and withdraw from Ukraine. I do think it's hilarious that Buck's last official act was to essentially tell his party to F off. I enjoy it. Now, that petition faces some long odds. Axios reported that progressive Democrats don't plan on signing it out of fair reasons. I mean, frustration about the war in Gaza, skepticism about how additional military aid provided to Israel be used, whether it be used in the commission of war crimes, etc. I agree with all that. Nonetheless, I'm very amused with Ken Buck because I think we all know why he really signed it, even if he's not actually coming out and saying it. He hates that members of his own party are kissing Donald Trump's ass. Look, the guy's a right-winger, right? We don't agree on policy substance, right? But I think he's tired of everyone having to bend over and kiss Donald Trump's ass just to be able to be in the Republican Party. He has basically made Republicans his bitch. And so anyone who refuses to do it, well, you're not a Republican, you're a rhino, even if you're incredibly conservative. And so as a result of him refusing to bend over for Trump, Republicans now have a personal grudge against him. And one of the reasons why, as he points out, the House of Representatives is completely dysfunctional. Look, Donald Trump is responsible for killing one of their dream immigration bills. One bill that was so draconian that it would vastly reduce the numbers of people that were legally able to claim asylum. Yet, Democrats are like, oh, we'll sign it. Biden's like, get it on my desk. I'll sign it immediately. But you know what? I'm glad that they tanked it because it was a very horrid bill. But they did so for political reasons, so that Donald Trump could run on how terrible Joe Biden is on immigration. So one of those things where you take a win, or what would have been a win for your party policy-wise, and with the base, by the way, that are just virulently anti-immigrant, and throwing it away to own the libs. That's the kind of dysfunction that we're talking about, okay? And now they can barely pass a budget. That's what happened earlier today with the $1.2 trillion budget. Again, a lot of wins for Republicans in that bill, and they hate it. And Marjorie Greene is like, you know what? I am going to introduce a motion to vacate the chair. Already, Marjorie Greene has threatened to remove Mike Johnson from leadership. So who wants to work in that environment? Terrible. It's worse than high school. All the backstabbing, the fighting, and likely rampant drug use and sex parties. If Madison Cawthorn, George Santos, and others are to be believed.
Sexual anarchy.
Which, actually, I do believe them, because that might be the only honest thing they've ever said, which is to air out the Republicans' dirty laundry. Now, this also, by the way, Buck's decision to resign, effective today, also screws over Republicans because they have one less vote. That's after they got rid of George Santos, and there are more resignations that are on the way. And finally, getting back to the high school mentality, there's one more hilarious part to this. And it's the fact that it messed with Lauren Boebert's plan to run for Buck's seat. Look, now there's a special election, and in order to run in it, Boebert would have had to resign her seat, which she won't do, obviously. And that means that whoever wins the special election is going to have an advantage in a subsequent primary election for that seat. You see, it's a little confusing, and that's why Buck's decision really threw a wrench into everything. But yes, there's a primary and a special election on the same day. The special election would be to fill Buck's seat for the remainder of his term. Okay, and then the primary will determine who will go on to, or would have originally determined who would go on to face the Democratic challenger. Now that's disrupted, and there's going to be a subsequent primary. So whoever wins that seat is going to go after and compete against the person who wins the primary. So assuming Boebert wins the primary, which is not a guarantee because she's in the middle of the pack, she would have to face that person who won the special election, who is now an incumbent in that position. And then after they go at it, whoever wins that goes on to the general, which generally, considering how conservative CD4 is, probably going to end up being the congressman from that district. So it's not exactly an ideal situation for Lauren Boebert, who thought this whole carpetbagging thing would be a slam dunk for her. Turns out, nope, got another thing coming. And while I cannot say for certain that this is Buck's plan, he certainly is like, oh no, I didn't do that. No, I didn't mean for that to happen. It's just, I got to get out of here. It's pretty funny to, through his actions, not his words, watch him tell his party to essentially buck off. Hilarious to see him walk out the door saying,
"That's it. See you later."